Hey guys, welcome back. This video I'm going to show you how I fought the law and the law won. Well, I'm going to show you how I got the ticket anyway. Let me set the scene. First of all, this is kind of mid-afternoon. I'm coming back from way out west, Western Sydney. I've been on the bike since 8 o'clock in the morning. It had been raining early in the morning. It had been a long day. So I'm a motorcycle courier at this time. I'd been doing a lot of runs, windy, pretty warm. I'm dehydrated. I'm not making excuses to you yet. I'm going to plead my case to you at the end. But this is just setting the scene. So I've been on the bike all day. I've been following this ute in front of me for pretty much the whole way. I've got a ute that's from time to time tailgating me. You can kind of see him in my left mirror. He's, you know, he gets a bit close for comfort. Now he's going past. For some reason, him and this other guy were kind of not racing each other, but they kept overtaking each other, and they were behind me, making me nervous. It's not an excuse. It's just a reason. I'm paying attention to the cars on the road. I did hate this road, actually. Everyone was quite aggressive up until now. It's not too bad now, but joining the motorway, there was a lot of people joining the motorway, and I don't know what you call tradies overseas, but we just call them tradies. They're like contractors, people that do the actual work, build stuff and fix stuff, electricians and the like. And I mean, they've got a reputation for driving aggressively. Yeah, they're in a work ute, they don't give a crap. Their day started pretty early and they want to get home, they want to crack a cold one. And yeah, you know, there's a lot of good guys out there, but there's a few like with vans and utes that just don't care, right? And so I'm trying to avoid them. Again, I'm not making excuses, it's just a reason. But I'm going down this freeway that I thought was 110. It's not normally my usual area. It's not normally my usual gig, but hey, I'm meant to go everywhere. So I've been doing like 110. I'm using air quotes right now. I've been sticking to roughly the speed limit, but it drops down to 80, from 110 to 80 kilometers an hour. I don't know why. It just does. And coming up shortly, you're going to see me get a ticket, get pulled over by a constable on a motorcycle. Now, I don't even know if he's a constable, but a motorcycle officer, right? And one thing I should say in my defence is that I've just been keeping up with the flow of traffic. Now you can see my speedo is like 99. It's not accurate. Anyone that owns a V-strom knows that these speedos aren't accurate. They're out by a few Ks. So I'm probably doing about 90. It's an 80 zone. And but I'm keeping up with the ute that's in front of me, right? Because I do have, you can't really see it, but there is a guy pretty close behind me, and I don't want to be sandwiched in between the two. Now this guy pulls off here. And so I say, well, I'm not going to pull off in there. I'm going to go past this B double. I don't like being stuck next to them. So I go past, and here's where I make the mistake. I just keep it too long, right? Instead of pulling in front of the B double, I keep it too long. And yeah, you can see my speedo. I'm like maybe 15 Ks over the speed limit here, yeah? But that's not what I get the ticket for. I get the ticket for being 30 Ks plus over speed limit. Actually 40 Ks over speed limit by the time it gets to court with the evidence. So I know I'm done here. I saw the officer. I actually saw him pretty far ahead, and you know, I didn't actually think I was speeding at the time, or wasn't going that much over. So I pull over, find a safe space to pull over, and I just wait for him to catch up. He's right on me anyway. You know what? Maybe if you talk to him at the pub, he was hoping for a bit of a chase. But I'm gonna let him speak. And you're gonna hear the raw audio with him speaking.
How you doing? Good. Say your license, please.
Yes.
George's Road.
Yeah, what was I doing?
80. Well, it's an 80 zone and you're doing 120.
Oh, apologies. I didn't think it was 80 up there. I was just trying to get around that semi. I just want to get clear of them, that's all.
Excuse my crickets, mate. I didn't see a semi. Yeah, he overtook someone. It was a way back, but too fast, 120.
I apologise, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I've just got to scan your license, mate.
No worries.
At some stage?
Did I?
No, you will.
I apologise. I messed up. I was just, it's traffic back there. I was just getting clear of it, that's all.
It's not that bad. Still at Borkham Hills?
Yes.
Bear with us a moment.
Sure. No worries.
That's it, mate. It's a 970 fine, 5 point. You're not close. It's 110's the mark where I can bring it down under and yeah.
I don't want to say to you, mate. It's just a bad day.
Yeah. No, we all have them. Alright. It'll come in the mark.
Yeah. I'll see you in court anyway, because we'll have to fight it. It's my job. It is what it is, mate.
You do realise that it can only get worse for you if you take it to court, right?
Why is that?
Well, you can get a $970 fine, but I think the maximum fine's $2,500. Alright, whatever.
Thank you, officer.
See you there.
Appreciate you.
So there you have it. So I'm going to plead my case to you. I'm going to break down what I think happened. So yeah, the ute moves over. I've been following it. Now I don't want to get between the ute and the truck even though the ute pulled over. I want to get past this B double. So yeah, I am going a bit fast there. That's where I think he got me. But he's already on his bike. So when we get to another point, he didn't know how long it was for. Because right about here, he's already on his bike. The gun's away. He's already on his bike, so he must have like just grabbed a couple of seconds. So what happened from there? Well, you heard me play nice with the officer. This is my first ticket on a motorcycle. It's not my first rodeo, unfortunately, with the law enforcement. And manners can get you a long way sometimes. It didn't today, but it is what it is. You do the crime, you do the time. I'm not one of those ones to whinge about it. I will say this, when I went to court. So long story short, I went to court. I could have fought it if I'd actually bothered to get a lawyer. I didn't. I didn't even use this footage as evidence because at the end of the day, my speed was excessive, and with court fees and law fees, I just had to weigh it up, and yeah, I chose just to plead guilty. And the magistrate on the day looked at my driving record, which when you think about it, it's over 30 years, so it wasn't great. You know, he said there was 30 offences there. That's like an offence a year, but it's not true. I had a couple of years where I didn't have any offences. I'm not going to say I'm a Boy Scout in a motor vehicle, and I have grown up a lot. I'd like to think I've grown up a lot in 50 years, but stuff like this happens, and I'm showing you plainly and honestly that it just happens quite easily. I'm not hooning on the back wheel, doing some dancing or shooting down the motorway at 200 miles an hour, and I believe there needs to be some kind of law enforcement out there. But sometimes you have a bad day, you don't pay attention. It's been a long day. It's not an excuse, but it is a reason. So I went to court, and yes, the magistrate looked at my driving record and then basically gave me the ticket. He sounded pretty mean actually when he was giving me the ticket, and a couple of defense lawyers were laughing. They weren't my lawyers, but at the end of the day, I rolled the dice and I didn't get off because of my past driving history. So that's the thing in Australia, you never get away from your friggin' driving history, your driving record, no matter how clean you want to be. And today was just an unlucky day. But the interesting thing was that the officer's testimony is inconsistent with the video. Now we can see in the video that I did overtake a semi, and he said, I didn't see the semi. And then he goes, you did overtake something, right? He had to have been pointing the gun at me when there was a semi-trailer right next to me, right? He had to have been pointing the gun at me. There's no way he couldn't have been. That's the only spot where he could have seen me, because otherwise I was behind the truck. So that was inconsistent. He said that I was speeding for no less than 3 seconds, but more than 5 seconds. Well, that was true, but he must have been using psychic powers for that, because he was on his bike within the 5 seconds. Yeah, he was on his bike. He got me, and then he was on his bike. So I think he just zapped me, and he got me like with the gun, but I don't think he held it for the 3 seconds, because then he wouldn't have had time to be on his bike when I passed him, right? But I would love to hear from you guys. If anyone's in law enforcement, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me he has plenty of time and they're trained to do that, and they, you know, I'm just going on what I'm seeing. And I've already paid the ticket. I've already done my time. I've had my license disqualified. I'm about to get my license back. So it doesn't really bother me what you say. Just give me your opinion. But what else did he say? He actually said in his statement, the judge wrote it out, he made me sound really rude. He said, this was his statement, that I said, I effed up, I made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't believe, go back and play the video again. I didn't swear once. I said I messed up. I didn't say I effed up. And all he has to do is record his chest camera, or just record his camera. He doesn't have to remember anything, right? He's got a camera just like I do. So I was surprised at that, because I never admitted to that. I didn't think I admitted to that in the court. I did. I just heard it there. I said I messed up, and he said, yeah, everyone has a bad day. But I never swore. So I thought that was a bit telling, but at the end of the day, you know what, maybe I need to slow down. Maybe I needed a new career choice. I always look at things, everything happens for a reason, mate. So I actually did quit motorcycle couriering for many reasons, and I'll do a video for that if you guys want, because I'm going to do a series on being a motorcycle courier. But let me know what you think. Have you had similar experiences? Do you think I deserved exactly what I got? At the end of the day, I probably do. I'm not really whinging about it. I would choose to do that again, to overtake. I hate being in between those B double semis and the concrete pillar. You got nowhere to go. I held it too long. Maybe it was because I was tired. I didn't want to pull right in front of him, so I just wanted to go out a little bit. So I chose my safety over obeying the law, and I would do that again. And guys, you tell me if you agree with me or not. The law is blind, right? And I still want to be walking around and alive. So I'll choose safety and common sense over the law. And I think, you know, if I had a defense lawyer and I didn't have such a bad driving record, and I might have got away with it, or I might have got something more lenient in the sentence, but it is what it is. So my advice to anyone, I would tell anyone, is just like, safety always comes first, right? If you're going to get a ticket, you're going to get a ticket. But, you know, could I have done something else? Absolutely. I could have slowed down. I could have moved over earlier. There was far more options than I'm making out. But I chose something on the day, and I chose what I felt was safe. So, hope you like this video. Give me your opinion, man. I want to hear it. So, give it a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, and stay safe. I'll see you next time.